Throughout his pontificate, Pope Francis was an outspoken advocate for migrants. His first papal trip outside of Rome was to the southern Italian island of Lampedusa, where thousands of refugees arrive in makeshift rafts. Many don't make the perilous journey. Francis's visit to Lampedusa turned the world's attention to their plight.
We have fallen into globalized indifference. We have become used to the suffering of others. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't concern me. It's none of my business.
Non ci riguarda, non ci interessa, non è affare nostro.
I love you! 3 years later, he went a step further. After visiting another arrival port for migrants, the Greek island of Lesbos, he returned with 12 refugees on his papal plane. It was an unprecedented humanitarian gesture. For Francis, the plight of refugees was not about numbers, but names, faces, and individual stories. It was also personal. The Pope's grandparents and father left Italy for Argentina, narrowly escaping a deadly voyage when they changed their tickets. The boat they were originally due to cross in later sank. He advocated for every refugee, regardless of their religion. This included the Rohingya Muslims, driven out of Myanmar in what many observers denounced as a genocide, and who Francis met in Bangladesh. But Francis didn't simply talk about migrants. He tried to mobilize all Catholics to welcome refugees. He made an appeal to Catholic communities to open their doors to migrants. Cardinal Michael Czerny was the Pope's point man on migrants in the Vatican, who sought to implement the Pope's vision.
What we try to do is to help the Church locally, wherever it is, to accompany the migrants and refugees, to welcome them, to protect them, to promote them, and to integrate them.
The Canadian cardinal said Francis saw the migrants' crisis as a litmus test for our humanity, but one that the developed world was largely failing. But Francis's interventions placed him on collision course with populist politicians on the right, including President Donald Trump.
Una persona que pensa
A person who thinks only about building walls, wherever they may be, and not of building bridges, is not Christian.
non è cristiano.
The effect that maybe Donald Trump isn't Christian.
Predictably, Trump hit back.
He's questioning my faith. I was very surprised to see it, but I am a Christian.
Francis remained resolute. When anti-migrant political sentiment rose in Italy, he told politicians not to close ports to migrants. And ahead of elections in Italy where the extreme right won power, he told Italians that migrants must be welcomed. He continued to speak out about the plight of migrants, urging action. Francis's approach tried to prick the consciences of world leaders and inspire everyone, Catholic or not, to play their part in welcoming refugees. He even established a permanent memorial for his work, with a statue for migrants in St. Peter's Square. Even though he sometimes felt like a voice crying in the wilderness, Francis worked tirelessly to put into practice the words in the Bible. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me.